Hey y'all, welcome back, Lova's Crafts, and I'm gonna push that back a little bit because I don't know why. Here we go. I had it perfect before and then it like shifted. Okay. Hi guys, Lova's Crafts. I am trying to get this finished. Today's whip and chat might not be long. We have like major transitions in my house going on, so I figured while I still have the time to kind of do something really quick before I really kind of spend some ample time working on this with some other whip and chats around. So yeah, if you guys have a project with you, get that out and work alongside with me. Doesn't matter what it is, just as long as you enjoy it. It is a beautiful day here. It's actually, I want to say almost like 70 degrees where I'm located, which is like crazy. But it's a signal that things are starting to get nice. So yeah, hope you guys are doing well. It was a very interesting eclipse weekend for me, guys. Not gonna lie to you, it's been very, definitely transformative for me. If you guys know anything about astrology, I am in Aries Sun, Libra Rising, Gemini Moon. So it's kind of hitting houses right now that in my chart specifically are like super like prominent, which would be my first house, my second house, my first house, my seventh house, my apologies, and my ninth house. So it's hitting my house of self, it's hitting my house of love, partners, relationships, marriage, and then it's hitting my ninth house of religion, spirituality, my belief system, morals, things of the sort like that. So this eclipse was very I don't want to say challenging because that's actually not the word. It was actually really relaxing. Like, we didn't really get to see it where I'm located. I think we only had like a 22% chance of possibly seeing it. But it's not healthy for pregnant women anyway. If you guys aren't superstitious, the reason why it's not healthy for pregnant women is that it could, especially a solar eclipse, is that the superstition goes that it could add something to the baby, like an extra finger or a cleft palate, things like that, versus like a lunar eclipse that could possibly take away. They say usually babies who have like a birthmark right on their face, that's the effect of like a solar eclipse. Although I know it's kind of stupid, me being me, yesterday made sure I wore a safety pin on my person all day yesterday. So yeah, so the eclipse was just very interesting to maneuver. Like I said, there's changes actually going on physically in my house, and I'm trying to kind of get used to it. It's brought up a lot of personal feelings just about me, myself, and my life, which obviously is challenging. Like I said, my ninth house, where my moon sign is, I'm a Gemini moon. And these things are kind of like hard for me to navigate at the moment, only because there's like real truths that are like coming to the surface just with me in general that I never thought that maybe I would have to not only revisit, but like kind of acknowledge. Where I feel like although like, yes, it's probably going to help me grow, because it's a new cycle beginning. It's not necessarily one that I was ever really trying to, and just so people understand, when you talk about the first house, your very first house, I'm a Libra rising, that has to do with you. So I'm a Libra rising. South node right now is in the Libra. It opposite the eclipse that was in Aries. I'm an Aries sun though, which is in my seventh house. Your seventh house is always 100% about your partner. Okay? It's never really about you. That's where my Venus sign also sits, along with the vertex, which is basically a faded point in your chart. Everyone has one. And then my moon is sitting in my 9th house. I mean, we can go into degrees and things like that, make it more interesting, but overall, it's made me recognize that I have something I have to work on, but there's a lot of things that I'm standing my ground on. I do have both dogs, by the way, so if you hear one of them snoring or they start going off and barking, it's due to that. I will probably pause the video for that, only because they're both with me. But yeah, that's basically how that's gone. I wonder how like the eclipse has gone for some of you guys. I know like some people were like really afraid. Historically though, if you are into like the interestingness of like the historical events that have happened in eclipses, or the possible transits that may come from this eclipse, or consequences, and I will say consequences because it did pass over the US this time. So definitely check out Cam White. He's one of my favorite astrologers and like YouTube channels. He has a delineation episode that really kind of goes into like, you know, currency and things like that. I think I mentioned that in my last WIP chat. It's really interesting if you're into like the astrological things that could happen. There's an episode of his that I do want to rewatch because he talks about something called a contingent presidency, and I kind of just wanted to hear his opinion on it again before I go deep diving and rabbit holing because that's probably what I'm going to do. I am taking my courses again, guys. Like, I'm like getting back into that. This one's for content marketing, and the supplies at HubSpot, if you guys are able to really access those for certifications, HubSpot Academy, they have been so super helpful. I have a content planning Excel sheet now, or it's more like a Google Doc sheet. That's awesome, that I'm currently utilizing for the rest of the month, the rest of the quarter, and then like specific for like the year. And it's just, it looks so clean and planned out now, so I'm like really excited. That's definitely a tool that I wish I would have had years ago, but now, especially since it's like so straightforward, I'm pretty sure I will have no issues going forward. So there's that. I'm waiting actually on the doctor to call me, because I think on the, I don't know if I mentioned this on my last WIP chat, where like pregnancy comes with really weird situations. I am 29 weeks this week, which is wonderful. I do believe that baby boy he's almost ready. He's almost ready. I'm excited for him. But baby boy is taking all of my iron. I'm not sure if I mentioned this in my last WIP chat. So baby boy has taken enough of my iron that the doctor has prescribed iron pills. However, they made me get my blood work done again, because they do believe that because I already have multiple sclerosis, which is an autoimmune disease, which attacks the nervous system and the brain, and it does obviously affect like other things. They wanted to make sure, you know, that I don't need iron infusions. I'm waiting for that phone call to verify if that's happening or not, because that would be my life, to be 100% honest with you. So I'm just waiting for that at the moment. I'm really trying to get this done, guys, though, because this I have dated for the 15th. It's already, at the time of this filming, it's April 9th. I think I will be done. It's just this section, which I'm going to finish definitely today. I have 2 more sections that I'm probably, depending on how I feel later, I'm probably going to work on the next 2 sections, or at least start it. And then I have one more section, and then it's like literally like very little sections that I could possibly like kill out in one day. I'm pretty sure I will finish this. The next one I will be doing is one of my Dreamer Design landscapes. I have already decided that there's a couple of types of videos that I want to put out there that I haven't really seen, or you know, whether they're a little older or not. I think I want to have my own take on them. One of them is how to even work on a landscape. But I have a landscape here that I think I'm going to I'm gonna go. I have a plan here. I wish I can like kind of be as open as I want to be right now, but I still feel like what's happening in my life right now is too early to tell. And my thing is that I have a very bad habit of talking too quickly on things. This is not the color I wanted. Not the color I wanted. Yeah, no, it's not the color I wanted at all. It's a pretty color. This is the color I wanted, the stars, for the inside of her eye. Yeah, every time I speak too quickly, it seems like something changes, whether it changes my mind or it changes the parameters in which I'm currently dealing with. So I want to just wait. I want to give things a chance before, which is different for me. I usually kind of just dump the gun. I just kind of want to take things slow and see where things go. But I'm excited. I'm trying to like also finish this too, because guys, so although my temperature blanket for my crochet video that I did, it didn't really get a lot of views on it, which is fine. I wasn't really expecting like a big turnout rate for that. Seems like my crochet videos are not doing as well as my diamond painting videos for obvious reasons. Oh, just so you guys see. You see my nails. Love them. Although I'm already missing a diamond. Can you see that? It's supposed to have two. Anywho. I will say, though, that I'm doing another update video for it, because I definitely feel like it's going to turn into something really nice really soon. So definitely want to, you know, get some ample time to work on that as well. Okay, so this is one of those situations where I'm going to pull back this. I don't want to do it all the way though, but I kind of want to pull back this. And then we got 4, 5 here. Okay. There we go. Because it's lined up back here. But yeah, so I'm not sure too, in the last diamond painting, if you guys saw what I was doing here. I actually added a different AB for the flame, which I actually love. It looks so gorgeous with that change, so I'm really glad I did it versus like in her dress. But yeah, but after, you know, my anniversary, at least I can say I can get started on the nursery. I can clean out my mud room, which I don't know why that's been aggravating with me. I guess it's just part of the nesting period. So I do have that coming on. I am already working on a giveaway like idea. I'm almost to 500 subscribers. So once I hit like 1,000 subscribers, I definitely want to, you know, do like a giveaway. I love doing giveaways. That was probably one of my favorite things when I was doing my vape reviews. I just always got so much, and I rather give them to someone who is actually going to use the product versus like me keep it and then like try to resell it. Like again, if I wasn't going to use a mod, anyone was going to take it. If I wasn't going to use an RDA, or I wasn't going to use, I definitely was not going to use a tank. I will tell you that right now, will not use a tank. You know, someone else was definitely going to take it off my hands willingly. And this is one of those situations. I'm trying to think how I want to like set that up though, because I haven't. I'm almost there, guys, almost to 500 subscribers. I'm trying to build up my views, obviously, because that's what gets you monetized. But I'm also doing this as an experiment. Like I said, my husband wants to start a, you know, his channel for gaming and stuff like that. I have to look on different platforms. I'm not really sure. But I was like, oh, well, if you can't, you know, you can't have your channel and think that I'm not going to redo it. Like, that's how you met me, bro. Like, yeah. So, really kind of excited to see how, like, quickly, because it's, what, I've been doing this, I think, consecutively for about 6 months now, since, or maybe a little bit of 7. I want to say like that what's next video that I did that got a lot of views. I have to look at it. I believe that was actually the end of September. So it might have been 7 months. So I'm really just excited though to, you know, reach that point. I was like, wow, like with all the stuff that I'm learning with the content marketing, the digital marketing, the SEO, like, it's helped so much get me even to this point. But I will be doing, obviously, a thank you to 500 video, but that might be a crochet video versus a diamond painting one, because this will probably be up before that video. So yeah. But I am excited to be hitting like some new milestones. I feel good. I don't feel, I don't know, I thought I would feel more, well, I guess I can talk about that. So, like I said, there's new changes in my life right now that I was very, I was not open to. I will say it like that. I was not open to. And I can sit here and say, if one conversation didn't occur in March with one specific person, I feel like this transition would be worse than what it actually is. And yesterday was the 8th. Yesterday, obviously, was the day of the eclipse. I actually woke up and I took a different approach with myself. Obviously a lot of people aren't religious, so I'm not going to get into that. I wouldn't say I'm completely religious, but I am Catholic. I do believe in my Catholic prayers. I am a Santa Muerte devotee. If you guys did not know that, I probably will post a short or something, because I do want to obviously appease those viewers as well. And plus, she's the reason why I even found diamond painting, so let's get that out of the way as well. But I had to really sit here and take a different approach to my life in the way that I was going to start and finish something. I sat for about an hour with the self. Like, why was I so rejecting of the idea of what's currently going on in my life? Come to find out, it had nothing to do with what's actually occurring. It has all to do with my childhood. It has all to do with my own outlook and opinion of everyone around me. It does go back to the, you know, eldest daughter situation. It goes back to the feelings of abandonment and loneliness and erratic change that I never wanted to happen. And this is a theme of my life. I can sit here and say 90% of my life is a change that I never wanted. And not to say it's all bad, because it, you know, I may never have wanted it, but who knows if it's going to be a good thing, a bad thing, a medium feeling, a mutual feeling, you know, who can say? I don't know what my future holds, and I'm not going to, for a lack of better words, say that I'm going to play God. But it made me think as to, and I was telling my husband this while I was laying down, like, hey, you know, like, I'm going to let you know, like, today was the first day in 20 years that this type of situation has occurred in my life. And I want you to know how I'm feeling, because I don't know, and I'm not open about this part of my life to you. Not to, you know, make anybody feel like they wouldn't understand or whatever. It's just that this is something I never given an opportunity to discuss. It's always been off limits for me until, again, recently. And it only took one little situation. It took one conversation. It took one thing for me to say, you know what? I gotta correct this for myself, and I have to correct it before my son comes, because I don't believe that my son deserves to see his mother unhappy for something that was so out of my control for so many years that it's still out of my control as an adult. So I'm taking things little by little like that. So that's part of my solar eclipse healing. But I spent about, I want to say yesterday, 20 minutes doing a devotional. And I don't usually do things like that. Like, that's not me. I will do the rosary to Santissima once in a while. I know that you're supposed to do it every day, or at least, you know, do your 10 prayers every day. However, it's been one of those things where I'm trying to balance my time. I also, her altar is in my office, so I spend a good amount of time in here where she can watch me and I can watch her, and I talk to her like I talk to any other person. And again, this is just all spiritual stuff, which if you're not into it, you know, you're not into it. So but it was very much, it was a good day yesterday. I can't even complain. It was one of those days where I was surprised. Now, the big gag about yesterday, though, doesn't even have to do with me. It has to do with my papa, my dear papa. My dear papa, my Maximus Prime. Maximus is 1 year old, but he is still very much a mischievous little one. He is an Aries sun, an Aries moon with a Cancer rising. He is the sweetest dog on the planet. But he got a thing for my yarn. So again, if you're not into crochet, you can probably skip this really funny story. But so I want to say it was Saturday. So yeah, Saturday the 6th, before all the major changes were starting to occur. I was crocheting. I obviously, if you guys know, I'm redoing a lot of my solar system for my son, because my cousin wanted her, for her son, she wanted a set, so I did crochet her a set. So I was redoing mine, and I have I keep all of my WIPs, like I guess my crochet WIPs, in bags. The reusable bags that you can find at like the Dollar Tree. And I had this brand new skein of what was like beautiful, like almost aqua color blue. I used it for the earth. But I put it back. I forgot to put it back in my office though, but I put it back in the bag. I got up to speak to my father-in-law for about 5 minutes. And mind you, Max is running back and forth. He's been very protective of me this the second trimester, now that we're going into the third. I thought nothing of it. I really didn't. I didn't think anything of it. It is my fault. I put that first skein in a bag, which I left on the floor next to my rocking chair versus putting it up on my husband's gamer desk, which was literally right next to my rocking chair. I come back to the living room where my rocking chair is, and I'm freaking out. I lost my marbles, guys. I lost my marbles to the point of losing my marbles, because anybody who loves their yarn would understand that a completely unraveled skein of yarn that you have to now re-ravel, that is now tangled, is probably your greatest fear. He did not touch the 1 pound, Pound of Love charcoal black yarn skein. He did not touch the loop and threads, buttercream, or off-white. He did not even touch the Impeccable Lines threads, that's in black with the flex. He touched the light blue skein of yarn. So obviously it goes to show that dogs can see, they at least see blue. They see the color blue. So that was the first thing. I did get that skein raveled up. I used my sleeping husband as a as a holder the entire night so I can get that skein raveled up into a cake before I went to bed on Saturday. Yesterday, April 8th, again, same thing. I'm talking to my mother-in-law for not even 5 minutes. 5 minutes. I did not this time leave my bag on the floor, but I left my project that I was working on in my rocking chair. Now again, I'm blaming myself because this is clear pregnancy brain. It was not, this dog is literally, I didn't even notice he wasn't even next to me because I see him next to me. He didn't unravel the skein of yarn, so he learned his lesson, which is his his strength. However, he did still touch the project. He had the entire blanket in his mouth. It did not come apart, so I just took the blanket, I hand washed it as per yarn instructions, and my entire day was honestly ruined after that. I was like, okay, this has to dry, has to air dry, so can't put it in the dryer. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go work on my temperature blanket because my anniversary is coming up. He's such a lively little thing, but it's like, you are like mischievous and you won't ever know until it's like you find out what he got into, and he makes it so obvious that like he makes it like not obvious, rather, that he's up to something, because he will stand by he'll walk away from you for like 5 seconds, see what you're doing, go away, and you can't even assume that he's doing something mischievous because you hear him. He's a big dog. He's a Bernese Mountain Dog Border Collie mix. He's a big dog. But he is getting to the point where I guess he's getting whatever energy is left out, because he is starting to become lethargic and start to sleep as long as Bruno is. As he's starting to be that pup where if we are asleep all day, he's asleep all day with us. So I can see that he's starting to get to that point of his life. Again, he is only 1, but I do believe they say by 2 they start to really just become, well, the Bernese in him will become lethargic. He does have a little bit of bite in him. I did discover that. I did have to discipline my dog just a little bit. And he was not happy the way I took, I guess, the blanket out of his mouth. I did have to, he does wear a shock collar. I did have to discipline him though, because he growled at me, which is not good, because obviously I'm pregnant and we have to keep everything safe for little man that's coming. But he did it once, he did not do it again. He let go immediately and he was good to go from there. But that's it for my whip and chat today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I will keep you guys updated from here. Love you.